Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of Cherry Hill High School East class of 2024. At this time, I'll ask if the audience would please stand and let's all remove our hats as Hayden Lofraven leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and then I ask you to please remain standing for the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Have a seat. Okay, before we begin with the ceremony, I would like everyone to know that it is the expressed wish of the members of the graduating class to have a dignified ceremony. We ask that members of the audience help us by remaining seated throughout the ceremony until the entire class has received their diplomas and the entire ceremony is concluded. Additionally, we request that you please make sure that your cell phones are either turned off or on vibrate mode or silence. At this time, I would like to introduce Afan Rahman for opening speech. Afan.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculty, honored guests, friends, family, and most importantly, our very special, unique, and one-of-a-kind class of 2024. On a day like today, I reminisce of a similar speech I gave for my 8th grade graduation for the Beck Middle School class of 2020. In that speech, I remember describing so much about what high school would look like, the experiences we would encounter, and the changes we would need to adapt to. I placed so much importance on the future and the next chapter of our lives that I forgot to finish reading the final lines of that chapter. Today, I plan to make up for that mistake and focus on the present. I get it. As a high schooler, it's been difficult to live in the present. It was hard to fully focus or lock in for those big games because you knew that on the same day, you had an English essay due at 11:59 p.m. It was hard to fully enjoy DECA or other overnight trips because you knew that you had 6 AP tests the next week you had yet to study for. Or maybe it was difficult to fully enjoy senior sunrise with your friends because your teacher decided to give you a test on the second week of school. Yet, amidst the chaos of deadlines and exams, there were these brief but profound moments that really showed us, rather reminded us, the beauty of the present. The moments when working on college applications weren't stressful because we realized we had our family's support and motivation. The moments when we realized that taking a break from studying was necessary because going to Wawa with our friends, well, was more important. The moments when we understood that our high school grades are temporary, but our time, effort, and mental health are what truly matter in the long run. In those moments, we got a glimpse of the true essence of high school. Not just a stepping stone for the future, but a journey to be fully experienced. We discover that even though it's normal to aim high and look forward, it's also crucial to stop, take a moment, and enjoy the present. Like Albert Einstein once said, the best preparation for the future is to live as if there was none. To live as if there was none. If you haven't had the opportunity to do so in the last 4 years, I ask you for the next 2 hours to live in the present. Enjoy every second of the ceremony, appreciate every conversation you have with your friends and family, and embrace this moment. Because the moment you walk out of the Leopold Center today, sitting down in that chair listening to this speech will all be just another memory, floating in the past. Don't worry though. With the past, all we can do is learn from it. With the future, all we can do is prepare for it. However, with the present, all we should do is live it. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, that was fantastic. Okay, at this time, I would like to introduce our platform guests. First, I'll begin with the members of our Board of Education and then our central administration and office staff. Please hold your applause till all members have been introduced. Ms. Stern, President of the Board of Education. Mr. Joel Mayer, Vice President. Mrs. Trefane. Mr. Greenbaum. Mrs. Naez. Mrs. Tong. Ms. Winters. And our Student Board of Representative, Matthew Retrozelis. And now for our central administration office staff. We have Dr. Morton, the superintendent of Cherry Hill Public Schools. We have assistant superintendents. We have Dr. Mahan, Mrs. Sugars, and Mrs. Wethington. We have the director of special education, Ms. Mallory. We have our lead principal for secondary schools, Dr. Neil Birdie. And we have our supervisor of special education, Mr. Wisely. Also with us today, we have administrators and staff. We have Ms. Kim Kiak, assistant principal here at the Cherry Hill High School East. Ms. Giordano, principal of the Alternative High School. Ms. Mills and Ms. Reinhardt, both of whom are the senior class advisors. So by your applause at this time, please thank those folks for being here and showing their self. And at this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium and introduce Ms. Kim Kiak. She's the principal of the graduating class. Ms. Kiak.
I would like to introduce our representatives of the building and the class. Again, please hold your applause until all representatives have been introduced. Senior class officers, Thomas Piotrowski, President. Ji Woo Lee, Vice President. Vedant Menon, Vice President. Mohit Pathak, Vice President. Senior SGA officers, Ashra Aslam, Vice President. Asher Boyskin, Vice President. Noah Yang, Vice President. Valedictorians, Ananya Balasubramanya, Hannah Callahan, Olivia Ding, Jia Gupta, Karina Gupta, Rebecca Hu, Alexander Kang, Eloise Kipnis, Heidi Kwok, Andrew Langmuir, Christian Lee, Braden Littman, Sophia Liu, Ajuni Oberoi, Zachary Pasternak, Nicholas Ryan. Eugene Vexler. Maxim Vexler. Crystal Ye. Deanna Yee. Continuing with our honored readers for today. Jason Adams. Gabrielle Aquino. Brian Cotter. Jacob Gilman. Ella Hampton. Rachel Hornstein. Jillian Koenig. Kyle Lehrfeld. Jenna McGovern. Aaliyah Mezelis. Trevor Priest. Ava Richmond. Sierra Erica Angeline Robinson. Mason Rosenbaum. Honored speakers for today: Hayden Lofgraben, Afan Rahman, and Grace Yoon.
Okay, at this time I'd like to take a special moment in our ceremony to ask our faculty members in attendance to please stand. These are the men and women who have chosen to join us today in honoring our graduates. They are people responsible for preparing our children for this very moment. Among our faculty, we have a member who will be retiring this year, Miss Bernadette Calnan Buette, after 28 years of service. And also, please join me in recognizing all of our teachers that are here today, for they have chosen to devote themselves to teaching the students of Cherry Hill. So thank you. At this time, I am very excited to introduce to you Ms. Crystal Ye, the President of the Student Government, and she will be followed by Thomas Piotrowski, the Senior Class President, both of whom will address us. So Crystal.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculty, cherished family and friends, and fellow graduates. Standing before you today as the student body president of Cherry Hill High School East, I am filled with immense gratitude. Tonight is a moment of celebration and anticipation for what lies ahead. Most importantly, it's a moment of reflection. Some of my most reflective moments have actually come from stargazing. After a late night, I step outside and I look up at the stars. Their golden heights and the vastness of space make me feel small in comparison. But recognizing the bigger picture in life can help us understand that our struggles are a small step in a much larger journey. None of us are a perfect student, friend, or family member. But imperfections are what make us human, and we should embrace each other for them. Our struggles come in different forms, but they're all meaningful nonetheless. In the past 4 years, we have struggled with loss, addiction, rejections, and failures. You're not alone. As a representative of the student body, I have heard about it and I have experienced it all. I can remember sitting in my physics class, crying over a 52 I received on a test I spent countless hours studying for. For every acceptance, I received triple the amount of rejections from work opportunities, programs, and scholarships. I tried out for the tennis team and I never made it to varsity courts despite the years I spent practicing. I have been addicted to my phone, and I've struggled with my body image, stretch marks and all, my mental health, and my own identity. Upon reflection, I have realized today is a day of loss, a day of lost time that we won't be getting back. We lost points on assignments, or we lost people who we hold dear to us. But it's with loss that we become appreciative of what we do have. You find yourself pushing forward nonetheless, following your why, as Mr. Davis says. My best friend said something to me back in 7th grade that has stuck with me since. The past is in your head, the future is in your hands. What matters from our struggles is what we decide to do next. My parents immigrated from rural China and Taiwan in hopes of creating a better life in America. And reminding myself of where they came from encourages me to continue pushing forward, no matter if there are hills, bumps, or mountains in the way. The light from stars can take years, sometimes even millennia, to reach us. Personal growth can be a long journey, but even those that seem like failures, those struggles, they contribute to our progress. Congratulations, class of 2024. Continue to shine bright in all that you do. Thank you.
Good afternoon, East students, staff, and families. This is it. The time has finally arrived. The moment we've been waiting for all year. Everything that led up to this, today is finally the day. For once, the unexpected did not happen. I, Thomas Petrowski, am proud to say that I am the class of 2024 class president. In 8th grade, COVID hit. We lost a lot. Remember that DC trip? None of us do. This led into freshman year, where a lot of us didn't do school. We just joined the meets. The teachers did their best, but it wasn't the same. Sophomore year was the year we finally felt a little bit of normalcy. We were back in school, but in masks. Masks kept us from being our true selves, which may have led to a decline in our social skills. Things went well for a while during junior year, and just when you thought everything was normal, wildfires started up north when we were about to go on our physics field trip, and it called off the trip. Finally, this year, our senior year, we got a year where everything went as expected, and now we are here. We did it all. We started off this year with Senior Sunrise, and then we had our cancer walk where we raised money for leukemia lymphoma. Then we had our best spirit week with our biggest turnout for the dance. And then we started the tradition back up for the student versus staff basketball game. Then we went down to Florida for a senior trip and had Mr. East, prom, senior sunset, and the senior skate party. Finally, here we are at graduation. Everything happened. We finally got our year. Everything met our expectations. Before I go, I want to share a quote from The Ride of Her Life by Elizabeth Letts, because that's a good lesson that we all need to learn. That's the thing about the future. You can't get there by imagining. You can only get there one step at a time. And the hardest part is taking that first step. On behalf of the senior class, I want to thank everyone for helping all of us get to where we are today. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night. See you all in 5 years at the reunion.
Well done, thank you. This year we have 20 valedictorians. By selection, Andrew Langmuir will deliver the valedictory address. Please know that all valedictorians were invited to write an address, and they are in the commencement book for your review. Thank you. Andrew?
Good afternoon. I'm Andrew Langmuir, and you may know me from DECA, from swim, or maybe from some recent helpless water gun physics I may have calculated. And today, as I gaze across this sea of red that is the class of 2024, I can state with absolute certainty that this is not the class of 2024 that I really know. In front of me, all I can see is row after row of red, a homogeneous blob where I can barely distinguish a face. Yet after these past 4, 7, or even 12 years of being in school together, I know that our grade is not one to just sit around and blend in. Rather, we continuously look to stand out as distinct individuals. We come into school every day with mantras of self-improvement and an undying quest to define ourselves. We stand up for what we believe in, whether that be walking out when our best teachers get transferred or threatening to do so when Lunch and Learn nearly escaped us. However, I know that none of us are strangers to conformity. See, high school was an interesting balance of both conformity and discovery. While we had some autonomy in what classes we participated in, or what clubs we participated in, or what classes we took, there were ultimately bounds placed upon us. We were restricted on when we could use the bathroom. We were limited on what courses we could take. We followed the chimes of bells day after day. Yet now, as we rise from the desks that have bound us for the past 12 years, as those bells become but a distant echo, I urge you all to run free. And no, I don't advocate for chaos. Rather, I call on each of you to take the lessons of your parents, your teachers, your closest friends, and follow not the orders of an unquestioned authority, but the morals that you have built over your past 17 or 18 years of life. I ask that you begin this next chapter, whatever it may be, free from any constraints. Work to free yourselves from bias, from the preconceived judgments you've made. And look not to find a place, but to create a place for yourself in this world. I invite you all to challenge the bounds that society attempts to place upon you. Learn from your failures, from those who've come before you. Trust your education and those who always have your best interest in mind. And above all, trust yourself. Ultimately, it's you who knows yourself the best. You who directs your course. You who sits here today in this crowd that is the class of 2024. So go forth into this world with your head held high and your eyes open to new possibilities. The most successful entrepreneurs and leaders of society have been those who pushed against the status quo, who never feared to ask, why not? Thus, I urge you to do the same. Don't blindly submit to authority, rather question it. Ensure that those who you call leaders truly have your best interest in mind. Use your voice and your actions to work for the betterment of society. And above all, ask not what the world can do for you, but what you can do for the world. Thank you, and once again, congratulations.
Class of 2024, congratulations, you did it. Parents, caregivers, grandparents, siblings, neighbors, congratulations, you made it. For some of you, the high school journey may have been relatively smooth, but for others, there have been challenges. Whether it was struggling to keep up in class, facing personal hardship, or battling self-doubt, each challenge you faced was a life test and pushed you to grow stronger. That strength will grow as you continue through life's various challenges and surprises that come your way. It may be easier, but don't turn away or avoid the hard parts, because that's where you'll experience the most growth and learn your greatest lessons. Your world is now open to endless possibilities, and we wish you nothing but the best in your journey. Congratulations. It is with a great deal of respect and honor to announce the names of our class who have elected to join our nation's armed services. Candidates of military service: Logan Armstrong, Air Force. Cameron Beatty, Air Force. Gunidan, Army Reserve. Javier Miller, Marines. Serena Sims, Marines. And Matthias Solis, Air Force. Thank you. Recognition of Seal of Biliteracy Awards. New Jersey is among a cadre of states that award students a Seal of Biliteracy. The Seal of Biliteracy is intended to be easily recognizable to prospective employers and universities and signifies those students who have received this honor are students who have demonstrated that they are able to speak, read, listen, and write in 2 or more languages at a high level of proficiency. The class of 2024 has 141 students who are denoted in this graduation program. Will the students who receive the Seal of Biliteracy please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Recognition of AP Capstone recipients. The AP Capstone honor is granted to students who earn scores of 3 or higher in AP Seminar and AP Research and on 4 additional AP exams of their choosing. This year's recipients are Ananya Balasubramanya, Shayna Jaroslaw, Ethan Coe, Tamanya Darji, Nicholas Ryan, Winnie Tang, Priya Tiaji, and Anthony Vaduro. Thank you. Presentation of memorial scholarships. Memorial scholarships are those given in the name of students, teachers, administrators, and Board of Ed members who have served Cherry Hill and the East community well. The memorial scholarships recognize students who have served High School East and have demonstrated care for others, service to school, excellence in academic, sports, or extracurricular activities. I would like to ask Ms. Mills and Ms. Reinhardt to join me and assist in announcing the memorial scholarships. Please stand if your name is called, and please hold your applause until the end. The John Adler Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Sierra Erica Angeline Robinson. The Ravi Bloom Scholarships are awarded to Ross Koenig and Mason Rosenbaum. The Student Government Association of Cherry Hill East Memorial Scholarships in memory of Marty Kalista is awarded to Ashra Aslam. The Joseph A. Capella Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Kyle Lehrfeld. The Noreen Cunningham Memorial Scholarship recognizes outstanding individuals dedicated to community service and volunteerism. The recipients of this award are Addison Murature and Nicholas Ryan. The Felice Duknife Voss Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Crystal Ye.
Sorry, she brought her own book. So. Okay.
The Kelly's Kindness Scholarship in honor of Kelly McNiff is awarded to Sonali Rodriguez. The Daniel Jack Melleby Class of 2011 Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Humna Hussein. The Charles J. Musumeci Scholarship Award, affectionately known as the Moose Scholarship, is given to Everett Garcia and Lily Tufik for their dedication to the theater program, and Sonali Rodriguez for her dedication to the East softball program.
The Todd Rasner Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Emily Farkas. The Leonard A. Terranova Jr. Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Jason Adams and Cameron Edens. The Sally Whitting Art Scholarship is awarded to Sarah Montequia. Please clap for all the scholarship recipients. At this time, would all the seniors of the chorus please move to your places?
Dear graduates of the class of 2024, as your class advisors, we've seen you navigate through unprecedented challenges with resilience and grace. From starting high school amidst a pandemic, enduring online instruction freshman year, to finally returning to the building sophomore year, each step shaped you into the remarkable individuals you are today.
We'll always remember the glittering lights of your junior prom at the Westin, where laughter echoed and friendships blossomed.
And the touching moments of solidarity senior year during the Leukemia Lymphoma Walk at Cooper River, demonstrating your compassion and empathy for others by raising over $1,600 for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society.
Who could forget the Harry Potter theme during Spirit Week, when your artistic classmates united to design an incredibly unique booth and banner? You dominated the Spirit Week dance with creativity and enthusiasm.
Then came the exhilarating clash on the court during the first annual Staff vs. Students basketball game. Although the staff dominated, you showcased your competitive spirit and unity.
And finally, you cultivated your journey with the enchanting senior prom at the Crystal Tea Room and the bittersweet farewell of senior sunset, marking the end of an era. Class of 2024, as you step into the world, carry the lessons learned, the memories cherished, and the bonds forged. Congratulations on this milestone, and may your future be as bright as your spirits today. Go East! Congratulations.
Tomorrow administrators, faculty, parents, and most importantly, class of 2024. I like to say I'm a Barbie. Not necessarily a Barb, but as Nicki Minaj once rapped. I graduate with honors. I, Nate O'Connor. I did a freestyle, then I got a shout out from Obama. Okay, I may have gotten a little off track there, but Minaj had a point. We're all graduating with honors. First, we're graduating with the honor of learning from the esteemed teachers, administrators, and staff of East. We've all been educated on avoiding microaggressions, just as we've all been educated on subjects like math, English, and science, from teachers who strive to see us improve. We've all fist bumped Mr. Edwards and Mr. Beatty and listened to Dr. Perry's long announcements. But we've also created our own bonds with them, striking up conversations in hallways and feeling their support at each East event. Next, we're graduating with the honor of getting to know each other as the class of 2024. From the Spirit Week dances, senior trip, and prom, to our everyday conversations in our classes, except in Mr. Seamus's class, because somehow everyone is always locked in then. We found friends, created memories, and grown up with incredible people. Perhaps the Abe Lincoln in your APUSH mock trial is a future award-winning marine biologist. Perhaps the kid you sat next to in driver's ed is the next big entrepreneur. Perhaps the singer you saw doing her hair in sewing bathrooms is destined to win a Grammy. Perhaps the kid in the back of your English class is a future New Jersey senator. Strangers who could have been random faces in a yearbook are now the people whose smiles are tattooed in our memories. So look at the people around you and memorize their smiles. Finally, we're graduating with the honor of serving our amazing East community. Whether you did 10 clubs or just one, were captain of the basketball team or chose to watch instead. We've all contributed to the school in meaningful ways. We've celebrated our diversity through a spectacular multicultural day. We reflected on our community and gained recognition for Eastside's award-winning work. We've seen young talent emerge through every theater production and every performance from East Singers, orchestra, and band. We've seen the creation of a new community through the speech and debate team that continues to grow, allowing students to find their voices. We've seen the impactful service of Interact Club, Blood Drive, and every fundraiser that has graced all halls, even if it was actually just people going feral for pretzels. The truth is, these honor cords around our necks don't mean much. It's the memories that come with wearing these graduation caps that actually define us, that bring us honor, just as we have brought honor to East. They reflect the over 5,040 state-mandated hours that we spent in the halls of East for 4 years, and all of the hours outside of it where we were growing up together. Honor isn't a 4.0 or a prestigious college. Honor is the pride that comes with being a part of something bigger than ourselves and growing together as people. Seniors and forever Cougars, it has truly been an honor to be at East with all of you. So, as we all prepare to graduate with honors, can I get one last roll Cougs on 3? 1, 2, 3. Roll Cougs! Thank you. I would like to call Matthew Rentazelis to say a few words about Dr. Perry.
Good afternoon. Today, I have the honor of introducing Dr. Dennis Perry, who, like the class of 2024, will be moving on from Cherry Hill East this year. Dr. Perry has held many titles throughout his years of service to the school district. He has been the middle school principal, a high school principal, a father, a husband, and I believe this to be his favorite role, a comedian infamous for extremely long-winded puns. Dr. Perry has been principal of East since 2016. In his 8 years of service, he has led the school through difficult periods of international political unrest, community strife, and even a global pandemic. However, and this is true, the class of 2024 simply proved too much of a challenge for him to handle. Dr. Perry, thank you for all you've done to improve our school community, especially instituting Lunch and Learn. Your dedication, leadership, and smiling presence near the vestibule will surely be missed for years to come. Now please join me in thanking Dr. Perry and welcoming him to the podium for his last East graduation ceremony.
Thank you, Matt. I was not expecting that. Very touched. Thank you. It's a very special class, and I will miss you all. I will miss you all. I do have a prepared speech though, and I do not have any long-winded puns. Although I could throw one in if you want me to. But. All right. All I really needed to know, I learned in kindergarten. Robert Fulghum, in his text by the same title, reminded us of the timeless lessons from kindergarten whose applications are as relevant in our lives today as they were when we were 5 years old. Share everything. Don't hit. Say that you are sorry when you hurt someone. These lessons, when applied both broadly and acutely, can positively impact our lives and the lives of those around us. As I reflected on Mr. Fulghum's text, I became reflective about the important life lessons that you have garnered in the years in school since kindergarten. I postulated that there must be more life lessons learned since the time that you entered East, and that our sharing of wisdom did not end by the time that you reached first grade. As I pondered, as I thought deeply about the lessons of your high school experience, I realized that there have been big and important lessons that you have learned while at East. You have learned to be adaptable, you have learned to be resourceful, and you have learned the importance of social connections. The 4 years that you have enrolled in high school have been impacted by many factors, but you adapted. You learned to adjust to new conditions. You used terminology early in your high school career like asynchronous and remote to describe the learning with which you engaged. You adapted. And you have continued to adapt as we seek to define the new normal. As you leave East, you will encounter many new settings, new contexts, and new conditions. I am extremely confident that you will thrive in these new conditions as a result of learning the lesson of adaptability. During your years of high school, you have also learned to be resourceful. The traditions and flow at the beginning of your high school experience was different for you than it had been for those who came before you. You did not always have the predictability of past precedent to inform how something was done or how something was to be done. Yearbooks, older siblings, and club advisors were wonderful resources for how things were, how events occurred, and how school was done, but there was no roadmap for doing school post-pandemic. So you had to be resourceful. You scoured the internet in search of other ways to do things. You pushed forward new ideas. You both created and watched a lot of TikTok. You Googled, you ChatGPT'd, and you leaned on a network of support, and these are all good things. Being resourceful, reaching out, and looking up information is more authentic to problem solving in the real world. Schools should not be blocking students from using resources to demonstrate their learning. Instead, we should be embracing these resources. Our graduates today, you all here, have benefited from a shift from memorization and recitation to application and synthesis. And this shift has been aided by our students, our graduates, learning the lesson of resourcefulness. Your high school years, which began as a split between hybrid, remote, and in-person learning, has taught us all the lessons that we are social beings. We seek others. We need to be in contact. We need to be in close proximity to other humans. We are wired this way. This lesson has been abundantly clear and is easily recognizable by a quick review of any school event from this year. As we've heard in many speeches this afternoon, we've had the biggest turnouts to every event in memory. The class of 2024, you have shown up, and you have demonstrated that you have learned the lesson and the importance of social interactions. And so, as the principal of High School East, I feel fulfilled. I feel as though we have built on the learnings from kindergarten and have provided you with important lessons on adaptability, resourcefulness, and the importance of social interactions. Collectively, we have met our charge, and you are now ready to branch off into a world post-East. However, since this is my last opportunity to address the class, I would like to provide a few more lessons that I hope that you will quickly learn. Firstly, I need to recognize the importance of sleep in our lives. Most of you will not have reason to wake up before 6 a.m. to get to a 7:30 a.m. class this coming school year. This change provides you with an opportunity to get a proper amount of sleep each night. Staying up until the small hours of the morning to cram for an exam is actually counterproductive. Our brains, they need sleep in order to process information. The less you sleep, the less your brain will process. Secondly, I'd like you to learn the permanence of social media. Please learn this quickly. Nothing that you ever put on the internet will go away, ever. What seems funny and what garners attention now may also garner attention later. Just not the kind of attention that you're hoping for. You all work so hard for your goals and dreams. My wish for you is to not get sidetracked by sending an angry message to someone or by putting up a party post. Social media is also very antisocial. Sitting alone in your bedroom or dorm room using social media is actually the opposite of being social. Get out and meet people, try something new, embrace your new context. The last lesson, final lesson that I have for you as your principal, before you leave us for grander things, is how smart your parents really are. Yeah. Parents are smart. Parents are real smart. Mark Twain once said, "When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant that I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years." Class of 2024, your adolescent years are behind you. You are now adults in the eyes of the world. With age comes responsibility and also wisdom. Continue to seek the advice of your parents and the influential adults from your youth. They love you. They want the best for you, and you can benefit from their lived experiences. I hope that you will always know that you are welcomed at East. You are Cougars for life. East will always be your school, in the class of 2024, always your class. Like you, I will look back fondly on my time at East and the time in all of the Cherry Hill schools. I hope that you move forward without regrets, but with the understanding that every interaction, every occurrence is a learning opportunity. My hope is that you enter each phase of your life with more wisdom than the previous phase. I have every confidence that you are leaving High School East well prepared for whatever may come your way. Congratulations, and thank you for allowing me to be your principal. At this time, please join me in welcoming the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kwame Morton.
Ms. Stern and members of the Cherry Hill Board of Education, faculty, staff, parents, guardians, families, friends, and guests, I extend you warm greetings. But most importantly, to the members of the graduating class of 2024, I enthusiastically extend my greetings and say congratulations to you. Today is a joyous day and a momentous occasion. It marks the culmination of your academic journey thus far and represents the completion of this phase of your academic journey. To the parents and guardians, today you should be immensely satisfied as well, for you have guided, supported, and nurtured a child who's part of the class of 2024, and their success is your success. As a district, we've established major milestones of achievement that represent benchmarks of success for the students we serve. These milestones serve as a compass for our district, and they are a clear indication of how well we're achieving our overarching mission and goals. Our milestones intentionally begin with the end in mind, and consequently, our first and most important milestone is as follows. High school seniors will graduate on time and be prepared for post-secondary success in college, the military, or in the workforce. Graduating our high school seniors is our ultimate goal and an absolute must for the district. This is the why and the purpose behind the collective efforts of every teacher that has played a part in getting the members of the class of 2024 to this place. And I would be remiss if I did not publicly say thank you to all the faculty and staff who have worked together and supported these students throughout their time in Cherry Hill Public Schools. I'm grateful for the guidance, nurture, and assistance you provided to the students. At this time, I also recognize the dedication and effort of Dr. Perry over the course of the past 8 years, serving as the principal of Cherry Hill High School East, and I'd like to say congratulations and wish him well as he moves into retirement and into the future. And now to the members of the class of 2024. I have the utmost confidence that you're ready to embrace the next phase of your lives after high school. You've been prepared to successfully overcome any challenge that may confront you in the future. You've demonstrated resilience in tackling academic trials. You've shown perseverance in adapting throughout your high school years. And you've exhibited grace in seeking to understand others while also striving to be understood. Now, as you move forward, I'm asking you to do so with pride and with dignity. Be guided by the power of imagination and know that what you will accomplish in your future is only limited by what your mind can imagine. As Albert Einstein once said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Let that resonate for a moment. Albert Einstein said imagination is more important than knowledge. And personally, I believe that an imaginative mind is the most incredible tool that humans have at their disposal. Typically, it is fear that stifles one's imagination, ultimately limiting the confidence and belief that the dreams we imagine might actually become a reality. However, as you move forward into the future, it's critically important that you let your imagination flow freely, knowing that the ideas you can create will solve the challenges of today and the issues of tomorrow. As you prepare to depart from Cherry Hill High School East, please remember that you'll always be an integral part of the Cherry Hill Public Schools community. I encourage you to reflect upon your journey thus far and to envision your future, considering how you will carry forward the values and traditions learned at High School East. And please be rest assured and know that you'll always remain a cherished member of the East community. We take great pride in your accomplishments, and we're confident in your potential to achieve remarkable success. Pursue your dreams with determination and go out and make us proud. And now, Ms. Stern, I ask for you to please join me at the podium. Ms. Stern, as Superintendent of Cherry Hill Public Schools, I present the Cherry Hill High School East Class of 2024, and I assure you that they have fulfilled all the requirements necessary to certify them for graduation. Ms. Stern.
Last one. And it'll be short. On behalf of the Cherry Hill Board of Education, I accept the Cherry Hill High School East Class of 2024 and authorize its commencement. Good afternoon, East graduates, parents and guardians, families, friends, Dr. Morton, Dr. Perry, administrators, teachers, and staff. On behalf of the Board of Education, congratulations, you did it. This is the graduation you deserve. You and your classmates have had a unique educational high school journey, one that I hope history does not repeat. In 4 short years, so much has changed. You've had to be flexible and adapt, and at times manage big things happening in your own lives, as well as happening in the world beyond Cherry Hill. All of these experiences are preparing you for where you will go after today. Some of you will begin working. Others will start college or career and technical training. Some of you will enlist in the military, and we thank you for your service. Maybe you are not sure what your next step will be. You've got time to figure that out. You're probably nervous, apprehensive, excited, and eager all at the same time. All of that is right on point. Success often comes after struggles and fails. If you've never heard of the Apple Lisa, the Macintosh TV, or Power Mac G4 Cube, that's because they're all failed products invented by the man named Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. Thanks to his willingness to fail, we have iPhones, AirPods, and MacBooks. So don't fear the fail. Learn from it. Learn from your mistakes and use failure as a motivation to keep going until you are successful and reach your goals. After today, whether your plans are to live at home or live away, things will be different. The freedoms and choices of adulting can be liberating and daunting. There will be highs and lows. Wherever you go next, find resources, advocate for yourself, lean into friends, new and old, ask for help, reach out to supportive parents, caregivers, and family. As you are becoming more independent, those people who have shown up for you and helped you get to this point will still be there to advise and support you. So, take a minute and look into the audience. Find your people. Find those adults, those individuals who have had your back and will continue to. My next line was, give them a smile or a wave, but clearly I didn't need to say that. Your achievement today is as exciting for them as it is for you, or maybe even more so. They are your biggest fans forever. You, the class of 2024, have so much to look forward to, and everyone is so excited to see what comes next. You got this. Members of the Board of Education, please join me in distributing diplomas to the Cherry Hill High School East class of 2024.
Asra Aslam, Asher Boyskin, Thomas Petrowski, Matthew Rentazelis, Noah Yang, Crystal Yeh, Ananya Balasubramanya, Hannah Callahan, Olivia Ding, Jia Gupta, Karina Gupta, Rebecca Hu, Alexander Kang, Eloise Kipnis, Heidi Kwok, Andrew Lagmuir, Christian Lee, Braden Lipman, Sophia Liu, Ajuni Oberoi, Zachary Pasternak, Nicholas Ryan, Eugene Vexler, Maxim Vexler, Deanna Yee,
Jason Adams, Gabrielle Abby Aquino, Brian Cotter, Jacob Gilman, Ella Hampton, Rachel Hornstein, Jillian Koenig, Kyle Lehrfeld, Jenna McGovern, Aaliyah Mazulis, Trevor Priest, Ava Richmond, Sierra Erica Angeline Robinson, Mason Rosenbaum, Hayden Lofgraven, Jiwoo Lee, Vedat Menon, Mohit Pathak, Afan Rahman, Grace Yoon,
Hamid Abdali, Andrew Abdel Shahid, James Alexander, Jakayla Michelle Allen, Aaliyah Anderer, Taj Amir Andrews, Chloe Angulo, Joseph Antoniak, Kylie Arcaroli, Logan Armstrong,
A little closer to the mic.
Zia Jane May Ascalon, Nancy Awad, Andy Aweda, Kendall Baker, Cooper Barron, Kenneth Barber, Olivia Barkley, Bella Bardunias, Darius Barlow, Gabriel Barrett, Harrison Batt, Maria Beanie, Cameron Beatty, Jack Beam, Stanislav Belleville, Ashley Bencosme, Shia Ben David, Avi Berman, Ava Bernstein, Christopher Berry, Seth Bernstein, Dominic Bersaglia.
Krisha Bagat, Yu Bien, Evan Biordi, Sean Blank, Joshua Blazina, Alexandra Blumberg, Amaris Blyden, Mame Abina Boa, Terrence Blyden, Jeremy Bob, Anthony Benetti, Sadie Borenstein, Natalie Borowski, David Borski, Alex Matthew Bowes, Calvin Bouch, Kevin Bradley, Paul Bradley, Vincent Braswell, Maria Bravo, Yasmin Brown, Elsa Brumbaugh, Daniel Breyerman, Joseph Budsock, Elizabeth Breyerman, Talia Bergstein, Nitya Busanagari, Stav Butbull, Alana Kempaverde, Megan Carr, Carla Carazana, Phoenix Carter, Amanda Salaney.
Antonio Centeno, Jeffrey Chan, Ian Chapman, Nisa Chavla, Aiden Chen, Alex Chen, William Chestnut, Tyler Chung, Caitlin Sayak, Stephen Sinaglia, Benjamin Cohen, Matthew Cohen, Melissa Cohen, Cameron Connolly, Joshua Consuegra, Ethan Conway, Drew Coulahan, Holly Cowan, Michelle Cutler, Angel Dallempines, Tamana Darji, Logan Davidson, Joshua Davis, Lily Davis, Zane Davis, Sarah Tavuti, Vincent DeChristopher, Elena Decker, Molly Dietz, Brandon DeCurligan, Jason Delatorre, Bridget Dempsey, Theodore Demergian, Alexander DePalma.
Benjamin Durman, Faith Durman, Lydia Ding, Scarlett DePaulo, John DeRico, Aaron Dixie, Jimmy Doe, Madeline Dold, Emma Dollarton, Kaylee Dong, Nicole Margaret Drabeck, Evan Drish, Abigail Durbin Haddad, Miranda Dworkin, Lindsay Etok, Cameron Edens, Alejandra Efros Betancourt, Bayan Emeti, Yassine Elifrit, Eyal Englander, Anise Erkan, Mia Espinoza, Emily Evart, Grace Ewing, Anthony Fiola, Elena Farber, Mohammed Fardeen, Emily Farkas, Ian Furtis, Nicholas Ferrante, Eva Fields, Albert Fileri, Evan Fitzpatrick, Sasha Flores.
Brandon Fulbaum, Solomon Fox, Sydney Fritchie, Evan Fusco, Sudarshana Ganesh Gunga, Shaunak Ganguly, Jacob Gauna, Everett Garcia, Natalia Garcia, Casey Genovese, Isabel Gershman, Jason Getz, Emily Gibbs, Jonathan Giles, Ryan Gill, Shai Gilmore, Joshua Gold, Gabriel Goldstein, Ella Goodstad, Ayana Shade Gordon, Jack Gordon, Emma Grazer, Allison Greenberg, Ari Greenberg, Jessica Greenberg, Lauren Greenberg, Kaylee Greer, Emma Gruber, Anthony Gucciardi, Rain Guidarelli, Ryan Gunawan, Aaron Gunaiden, Armand Gupta, Danny Guzman.
Aiden Haddock, Abdul Hadi, Aristotle Hakamov, Evan Hammer, Justine Hanna, Aviv Haroz, Ethan Hayden, Emily He, Emily Jane Herman, Pablo Hernandez Avalera, Sarah Hertzfeld, Kevin Hung, Gabriella Holness, Jaden Hoops, Giselle Horn, Logan Hoskins, Ekaterine Hutridas, Gina Howell, Johnny Huang, Rose Hubbard, Aiden Hughes, Hamna Hussein, Vivian Quinn, Colin Inman, Emma Ianniti, Nathan Jacobs, Justin Jasko, Ryan Jaffe, Gia Jason, Shayna Jarislaw, Gavin Johnson, James Johnson, Tremaine Johnson Corbett,
Chloe Johnson, Christian Jones, Johan Joseph, Nidasia Justice, Kedavan Kakaordze, Haley Cam, Aisha Kamran, Ella Kang, Juliet Kaplan, Hannah Katsikis, Howlong Key, Joe Kelly, Ayon Khan, Audrey Kim, Holly Kim, Jimmy Kim, Joshua Kim, Sierra Klein, Ethan Ko, Fumito Kobayashi, Ross Koenig, Tyler Coleman, Michael Kolichev, Luke Concher, Eitan Koppelman, Megan Krebs, Asher Kreisman, Lindsay Krieger, Maximilian Cresson, Melinda Conumbarum, Alanis Lynn Larson, Ty Lawrence, Samuel Leibowitz,
Charlotte Lemaire, Rebecca Lerman, Hunter Levin, Spencer Alexander Levin, Mackenzie Levine, Emily Lee, Aiden Lebrojo, Alex Lynn, Nicole Lynn, Justin Livingston, Jacob Lomas, John Lombardi, Joseph Longo, Quanchi Liu, Nicholas Longo, Austin Lewis, Elizabeth Ludman, Biagio Eric Ludwigson, Chase Lufkin, Gabriel Luna, Hendrix Lee, James Joseph McCarthy, Oliver Maidenberg, Zach Mailman, Jason Maldonado, Ananya Manchiganti, Darid Mao, Jacob Markov, Andre Markov, Caroline May Marks, Madison Marsh, Taishia Martinchik, Fuad Masood, Kristen May,
Rawad Masood, Maya Mazare, Chloe McCarthy, Hannah McCarthy, Daniel McCollum, Lucinda McFadden, Nadia McGinnis, Cody McKernan, Brett McLaughlin, Aiden McMullen, Michael McNiff, Leo Medina, Ryan Melnick, Francesca Merlino, Ashley Meeder, Karina Meyer, Sophia Milas, Javier Miller, Colin Milnes, Teresa Miloszewski Fashini, Jai Minhas, Arav Mizra, Marcus Muhammad, Emiliano Monaco, Jack Mondell, Sarah Montequilla, Brett Mooney, Maya Murad, Gieli Moran Martinez, Tyler Morris, Olivia Morrissey, Aaliyah Moskovitz, Elijah Moultrie,
John Moyer, Elizabeth Muller, Addison Mirator, Marjana Mouton, Nabila Zaman, Ryan Nadia, Rocco Nardone, Nolan Nearing, Lindsay Newcomb, Beverly Nguyen, Kang Nguyen, Sandy Nguyen, Tien Nguyen, Bennett Nickel, Samuel Nisenson, Ellie No, Zachary Knob, Darren Odell, Chelsea Okori, Shayna Oppen, Evan Orel, Nicholas Ortega Sandoval, Brianna Ortlieb, Sherlyn Paliero Ramos, Leah Jolie Parker, Noah Parker, Lindsay Parkhill, Darsh Farmer, Aryan Patel, Carly Peace, Braden Peeler, Max Perlow, Joshua Purr, Johnny Perry.
Sebastian Perry, Marley Petkov, John Lockery Phipps III, Phoenix Pike, Charlie Grace Plant, Leo Podolnik, Omar Pollard, Maxwell Potocny, Nidhi Prajapati, Marcus Pritchett, Vidhi Prajapati, Cheyenne Priot, Juliana Puglisi, Gracia Ki-He-He, Jenna Quinn, Adrian Quintero, Jeremy Radin, Noor Eldeen Raja, Yashila Rajagopal, Minhaz Rajib, David Isaiah Ramirez, Isai Ramos, Nicholas Ramos, Samara Ramos Negron, Hayden Rappaport, Pinak Rashutwar, Anjali Reddy, Gustavo Regino, Alec Reaver, Jack Relosa, Dejan Ryan Brockington, Alec Rittenhouse.
Gabriel Robinson, Kayla Robinson, Stephen Robinson, Christina Roby, Sonali Rodriguez, Nakoa Rosen, Sivi Rosenbaum, Samuel Rosenberg, Julia Roston, Chase Ravito, Kylie Rutecki, Araya Salmons, Danico Christian Valentin Santos Sanchez, Emily Santana, Jared Santiago, Noah Sass, Thomas Scafidi, Ryan Sholins, Jerry Shostak, John Schroeder, Michael Schulke, Justin Schwartz, Ruby Schwartz, John Schweitzer, Alexander Scott, Sarah Scott, Justin Seligman, Alexander Serafin, Kareem Shabazz, Neva Shaw, Sagar Shaw, Neil Shahar, Mark Shalamayev.
Nice job, thank you.
Taylor Sharp, Chloe Shin, Tyler Short, Serena Sims, Garv Sengal, Jesse Sklar, Andrew Slattery, Yenshu Smythe, Avery So, Isabella Sobel, Matthias Solis, Sarah Soni, Raymond Solis, Claire Spies, Troy Spencer, Jackson Spiegelman, Amari Spriggs, James Staple, Noah Stanwyck, Christian Stefanski, Grace Such, Anita Shuri, Max Schwartz, Elliot Sykes, Isabel Tamayak, Olivia Tamburino, Winnie Tang, Dylan Taylor, Jacob Taylor, Nikita Temyakov, Josue Tenis Marquez, Lily Tufik, Kevin Tishy, Mark Tran.
Fong Tran, Matthias Tribble, Ulissa Trinidad, Ava Tucci, Priya Tiagi, Jacob Unterlach, Anthony Maduro, Nicholas Valenti, Rachel Van, Sahej Varma, Rohan Vijay, Hamza Vinod, Zachary Virilli, Abdul Wahab, Benjamin Wakshul, Ziliang Wang, Eliana Watson, Noah Watson, Aiden Watts, Sarah Weber, Charles Weigel, Jack Weinberg, Brazil Whitaker, Sarah Whitson, Ayana Williams, Madeline Winslow, Aiden Woods, Fiona Yampel, Zihuan Yang, Jacob Yehuda, Samantha Yerkes, Allison Yu, Zachary Yolzman, Emma Zablin,
Nathan Zane. Cecilia Zhang. Isabella Zhang. Nico Zhang. Timothy Zhang. Tian Zhang. Vicky Zhang. Olivia Zhou. And M. Zerlo.
Before we conclude our ceremony for this afternoon, I would like to remind all parents to please meet your children on the concourse level and remain off of the general floor here. Graduates, you will exit through these doors and you will go up to the concourse level and get your diplomas in the Fox Giddies room on the Broad Street side of this facility. But before that happens, I'd like to welcome our final speaker of the night, or the afternoon, Miss Grace Yoon. Grace.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Esteemed guests, faculty, parents, students, and the class of 2024. For the entirety of my senior year, I've been documenting every little moment on this digital camera. The camera quality is grainy and the audio is crunchy. The exterior is dented and scratched from a decade's use. Now, you may be wondering why I still choose to use this digital camera despite its flaws. It is because I inherently believe that the imperfections make the footage I curate all the more human and alive. Despite the fact that audio is replaced with static noise, perhaps the lack of audio forces us to ponder upon the stories and humanity of the people we view in passing. Our imperfections, much like the imperfections of this digital camera, allow us to embrace reality. Our imperfections remind us that we are indebted to all the things that could have been done for us. And for this very reason, we must do all that we can to never remain complicit in this world. Seniors, through the camera lens of our lives, the world is watching us. In a way, our journey through high school has been a lot like using this old camera. The path has at times been blurry and sometimes clear. From the flashes of hope and inspiration to the moments we've captured along the way, we have learned how to appreciate the entire picture of the people, moments, and memories that make us whole. So, say cheese, class of 2024. In this picture, I've captured you at this moment. At this moment, we are invincible, imperfect, and filled with hope, all at the same time. Class of 2024, do what makes you feel the most alive, because life is far too short to be half-lived. Never settle for less than anything your dreams are, because what you love and lingering in a sense of uncertainty is far more worthwhile than settling for anything less than your dreams. So, as we adjust the focus on our cameras to capture this final moment together, join me in adjusting our tassels from the right to the left of our graduation caps.